morning. So today I'm doing more stock market stuff. Yesterday we got the ROIC right here. That's just for one stock, but I wrote a function that will get it for any stock. And you just have to specify the here it's get earnings data. So you specify the stock you want, the start date, the end date, and then this is if you want the quarterly or yearly report. Get earnings data. Yeah. So anyway, this is what I've got now. To calculate z-scores. Real quick, let me put a comment in chat. To say I stream this project every morning. Subscribe. I stream my Python stock market work every morning. Subscribe if you'd like to follow along. Exclamation. Okay. So let me pull up real quick. Okay, so z-score. So what is z-score? Blah, blah, blah. You could do different types of z-scores based on your portfolio, but basically you want some information. So this is a simple z-score. X minus mean divided by standard deviation. Requires that you first determine the mean and standard deviation of your data. Once you have these figures, you can calculate your z-score. So this is for if you just have market data, but fundamental z-score. Stock. Altman z-score. Okay, so that's the one we want. Using, okay, so let's put in here. Okay, so I guess I'm kind of confused on exactly what I want to do with the z-score right now, but let's get these values and let's see, what's Altman z-score use? Working capital, total assets, retained earnings, total assets, earnings before interest and tax. Below 1.8 means company is headed for bankruptcy. Above 3 means not likely to go bankrupt. Alright, so that's something that would be good to watch. Stop. All right, it'll be my history. Z-score with fundamental stock data. All right, so I'm just gonna put my head down and calculate these. So get ROIC. Yeah, there we go. All right, so the next value we want to calculate is operating margin. All right, so we're gonna have to go in and get the keys. Test ROIC. Let's test get earnings data. And then we'll have the data. Oops. Earnings data. Okay. Data. Okay, so let's run that script. Get rid of that. Data. Oh, so that's the wrong one. We don't want that data. We want this data. Test read dolt data. Continue. Data. What? Did I save it? Test read dolt data. Read dolt data. Did I get data? Oh. Print key and then like balance sheet liabilities. Data dot keys. Data of. Okay, and what's the value we want? Operating margin. Operating margin, what is that? Operating income divided by net sales. Scales. Okay, so operating income divided by net sales. So data of cash flow statement dot keys. So we want, well, when do we want operating margin? That probably won't be in here. No. Dividing operating income by net sales. Operating income. Net income, depreciation. All right. Net income versus operating income. excluding interest, taxes, and other non-operating items. So here we did ROIC, we did pre-tax income minus, so what's the difference between pre-tax income? We did balance income statement, oh, cash flow statement, oh, oops. So data keys, data of income statement. So why do we only have Ford? Oh, because we're getting a certain stock. Dot keys. Okay, so operating income. Oh, non-operating income. Operating margin is profit. Operating income divided by net sales. So operating income. Selling administrative. Pre-tax income minus non-operating income. Net income minus non-operating income. Oh, after all expenses are deducted. So we don't want net income. Pre-tax income. I wish there's some details. Post. No preference. Adult hub. About. Yeah, I don't see anything about what's what. So operating income includes revenue minus cost of goods sold and selling. Excludes interest, taxes, and non-operating income. So what if we do data dot income statement dot pre-tax income minus data dot income of income statement. Gotta do that here too. dot pre-tax income net income, operating income, includes revenue minus cost of goods, so the income So I guess we could just do pre-tax income minus non-operating income. Dot non-operating so operating income. Okay, that's pretty easy. So now let's do operating income is equal to same thing. Handle the exception. Okay, then operating income is equal to self.earnings data dot pre-tax income minus self.earnings data dot non-operating income. Non-operating income. Good morning, Michael. Working on making a back tester for the stock market in Python. So right now I'm trying to calculate these values from data. Oops. And I'm getting the data right here. So yeah, that's what I'm up to. And I have ROIC. Next thing is operating margin. So operating margin here, operating income divided by net sales. So here we're doing, here calculate our operating margin. So here I get operating income. Now we have to figure out what net sales is. Yeah, Python coding. Do you use Python, Michael? So let's pull the terminal back up. And we're still here. So data, let's do data of income statement dot keys. So, oh good, there's sales. So then we can just return 100, so we make it a nice percent times operating income divided by self.earnings data dot sales. Okay. And then let's do here test operating margin so we can know that it works. Test operating margin. So I'm gonna make a test for that, turn it on. Then I'll make the test down here. If test operating margin is equal to true, go ahead and do this. Then we could say operating margin is equal to reader.calc operating margin. Did I format? Yeah, that's right. And then Could do the same thing as this. Basically, yeah, I'll just copy this and change it a little bit. This is operating margin, plots, the date, and not ROIC, operating margin. Make sure the other tests are off. Okay, now we can run it and see what it looks like. Dict object has no attribute pre-tax income. Earnings data is a dictionary. Oh. Damn it. So what were we going here? Income statement. So back to here, we want earnings data of income statement. Statement. Self.earnings data of income statement. Operating income, earnings data of income statement. Okay, now that should work. Okay, good. Let's change this to be operating margin in percent. Oh. I thought that would escape it. Let's just put PCT. Okay. So we have operating margin. Oh, so that's not text, that's a picture. Okay, so let's make a list here. You're a Skyrim player, or I'm a Skyrim player? I'm only a beginner. Network experience, what does that mean? You're doing like internet stuff? You're in charge of internet stuff? Oh, Python. Python's just the program I'm using. That's just the programming language I'm using. And then stock is just the stock market. I'm using Python to analyze the stock market. And this language is all in Python. And then this is just interpreter on my computer that reads this and then takes the commands from it and performs them. If you're interested, you could go to my GitHub. I put it down in the description. And all this code is here, so you can fork it and then start, modifying my code to do your own thing. Or once this is working and it's useful, then you could just, use it yourself without having to do any coding. Which is the ultimate goal. I want to make some useful tools for people. Okay, so what do we have? We've got the operating margin. Oh yeah, we want to go back to the PowerPoint. And put all of these values in. Oops. All right. Make it bigger. ROIC, operating margin, free cash flow margin, EV slash EBITDA, FCF, free cash flow yield, revenue, I don't remember what CAGR is, CAGR, compound annual growth rate, revenue compound annual growth rate, earnings per share compound annual growth rate. Okay, so we have these guys we still need. These guys we have. Okay, so free cash flow margin. No, you're right. This is not user friendly at all, but it's still in the beginning stages. I just started this project end of December. I think my first stream on this was December 27th. So I've been doing it for a little over a week. The idea is that by the end of the let me show you an example actually of what I want to do, because so let's go what's the folder called? I'll show you an example of what an app looks like. An app that I made. Let me just pull it up here. What did I call it? Let's go to, it's on GitHub. Oh yeah, XUV. Okay, so here, this is an example of something that, what the final tool would look like. So here I just have the simple repository here. There's not many functions. You need to have Python in your computer, but once you have Python on your computer and you download this, you'll have this right here. And then you just run python 3 GUI.py. Oops, I need to activate the environment. Oh, GUI.py, peak fitter. Oh, I guess I have to do tests. Yeah, so then you end up with this, you know, here's an app and you could do all sorts of different things to it. So the ideal thing, what I want to do is you can have an app that, you know, will find whatever, do whatever things you want to it. All you have to do is click around. Oh, peak 6. Yeah, so, and then you could go to like peak 13. You want to fit that with a curve. Here it is. Oh, that's, yeah, some errors happening. I don't know what actually, but the idea is that you could, you know, use this. Here we go. I think this will work. So you can highlight a peak. This is a totally different thing, but it's a example of what you might want to do. So there are, you know, just some complicated automated things are going on in the code, and all you have to do is click it to get what you want. So that's what the final app should look like. Yeah, there's a bunch of apps. I don't have any money results. I'm just starting. And then the other thing is on YouTube, when you're making stuff for the stock market, I don't want to give anyone advice. I don't want to be responsible for anything. I only want to be responsible for making a tool. So, yeah, that's basically it. And the you know, the tool should help you invest in the stock market. And then the proof of concept of the tool is, you know, once I have it going, then I'll do some examples that show how it works. Okay, so let's get out of here. So now we want to do FCF margin. So go here, free cash flow margin, how to calculate. So we want to be able to get the data. So let's turn on test read dolt data. Data.keys. Okay. Free cash flow margin shows how efficiently a company turns revenue into cash after operations. Cash from operations minus capital expenditures. So let's see. Oh, we lost it. All right. Dolt. Post. No preference. Dolt hub. So balance sheet assets, where would free cash flow be? Cash from operations minus capital expenditures. Cash from operations. Net cash from discontinued operations. Net cash from operating activities. Cash flow statement. So data of cash flow statement of where is it? Net cash, net, statement, and then close the brackets, and then dot net cash from operating net cash from operating activities. So net cash from operations. Net cash from investing. Cash at beginning of period, cash at end of period. Net change. So 3527 minus 2351 is 11756. Yeah, so that's the change. So there's a note on this. Net change in cash. Cash from operations minus capital expenditures. let's just do .keys here, and then we could view all the keys. Oh. Income statement. Oh, cash flow. Yeah. Cash flow statement. Cancel. What the fuck is going on? Free cash flow is net cash from operating activities. I don't get it. Don't. Wait, no, shit. Don't acquisition of subsidiaries and investments also affect free cash flow? I don't get it. Property. Oh, I see. It's just an operating thing. Okay, cool. So, data of cash flow statements of, say, dot net cash from operating activities minus data of cash flow statements dot property and equipment. Dot net cash from operating activities. Is there no data? There's no data for the cash flow statement. Oh, this is get data. Right? Get data? No, it's get earnings. Yeah, this is get data. So get earnings data. Let's turn that one on. So why don't we get cash flow statement? We want it. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Ba na 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 na. Yeah, so for some reason we're not getting the cash flow statement. Okay. So we're gonna have to query. We've run into a SQL problem. I'm gonna put a test in here, but we could actually just go to this query and say from cash flow statement. We could say Python 3 dolt query.py. So it ends in total assets. No. Why does it show total assets? df dot keys. Date account symbol. So that's not this. Get out of there. Dolt query. Oh. That's why. So let's put here, we'll put cash flow statement. run it. Yeah, it's empty. So let's put a second query here. Query is select all from cache, because I'm trying to get forward data, but it could be the case that there is none. Limit equals 100. Okay, forget about the limit. Okay, so we can get the data. So where am I trying to isolate the data? It's when we're doing get earnings data, it returns nothing. For the cash flow data set. So when we know that we have the data, so that's good. We're not, it's not that we don't have the data in our database. So, df of df dot act symbol is equal to f. Oh, so forward only has year data through 2021, and then there's quarter data. So is that the problem? Select all from cash flow statement where symbol is F and date is greater than 2015 and date is less than 2025. 1001. Okay, now let's hide this query and then look at df. Oh, very good. Okay. Okay, so we have that. Now let's go back to here and we want to see why aren't we getting anything right, because it's forward from 2021 to 2022. So let's do a different stock. We're not going to get any quarterly earnings data in this period, because if you look here, this is the forward data, and there's no quarter data before the end of 2022. So, yeah, March 22 we're ending it, so there's nothing. So instead of Ford, let's do Pfizer. Now we could do Python tests. Once again, cash flow statement is empty. Pfizer doesn't have any either. Still not getting anything, so maybe we could leave the free cash flow stuff out for now. We have an incomplete data set. That's just useless. So what was that thing we calculated? Operating margin. Incomplete. Okay, so that's not the free cash flow we're gonna have trouble with, but let's see if we can do EBITDA. I don't know what that is. Earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization. EBITDA is operating income. Okay, well that's nice. So Okay, so let's put a check in here so I don't have to keep doing the same thing over and over again. Okay, now EV is market capitalization. So let's look on the data again. I guess we could just look back in here. So we have market cap plus total debt. So first let's look for market cap, balance sheet, equity. Okay, so market cap is just shares outstanding. Okay, so first, market cap is equal to self dot, what is this? Balance sheet equity. Data dot keys. Do we have balance sheet equity? Yes. Data of balance sheet equity. Dot shares okay, market cap equals self dot earnings data of balance sheet equity self dot earnings data of balance sheet equity dot shares outstanding times not book value per share. Okay. Total debt. Total liabilities, what? And equity. Balance sheet liabilities. Debt. minus or plus total debt. Okay, so balance sheet liabilities, balance sheet assets, balance sheet equity. Debt should be on here. Notes payable, accounts payable, current portion long-term debt, current portion capital leases, accrued expenses. Okay, and then what does 6, 7 mean? What does notes payable? Okay, so let's say debt equals notes payable plus long-term debt. Okay, and then here okay, then let's go update on GitHub. Adult query. Whatever. That wasn't very good, but I'll just call it that. It won't really matter. Okay. We're over an hour, so